When you live with people for a long time, you tend to pick up on their habits and you almost start becoming one of them, which makes me wonder, am I becoming Ivorian? Salut tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez très bien. Je m'appelle Tracy, aka la Go Kenyan, aka Miss Kenya Côte d'Ivoire. Why not? This year marks 5 years since I have been living in Côte d'Ivoire, and along the way I picked up a couple of habits. For those of you that live abroad, you will know what I'm talking about. When you live with people for a long time, you tend to pick up on their habits and you almost start becoming one of them, which makes me wonder, am I becoming Ivorian? If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also the notification button so that you know when I upload my videos. The first thing is that my breakfast routine has completely changed. So I'm used to the usual bread and tea, but here in Abidjan, people tend to have their breakfast on the go. Like, I really find it weird that Ivorians don't really just take time to have breakfast at home like most of us do. So I've also picked up on that, and because of my work also and not being able to find sliced bread in any of the supermarkets or bakeries near me, I got used to just having breakfast on the go, which includes things like galette with bouillie, or just galette and I can have it with tea, pain condiment, or sometimes if I'm feeling like really excited, I can have lakali with sauce grain, yes, in the morning. That's how Ivorian I've become. Sometimes also gaba or acheke, and my colleagues used to find it strange, but I've been here for quite some time, so I've become one of them completely. Another thing that involves food is now I'm used to putting mayonnaise in my acheke. Before, I used to find it really gross. In fact, I never really used to eat mayonnaise like in my entire life up until maybe 3 years ago. Another thing that I used to find really disgusting was putting oil in acheke or like gaba. Drizzle it in your acheke and you eat it so that it doesn't choke you. I never used to like eating baguette. In fact, I found it to be a bit salty. I used to find it a bit hard and just something plain and boring, and I never got why Francophones or French people were obsessed with baguette. But now I'm okay. Because of pain condiment, I'm now eating baguette. Even though I miss my sliced bread, I have to adapt. Still on the topic of food, these days I go to eat spaghetti, or as we call it here, spaghetti, at this tiny restaurant-ish type of kiosk in the neighborhood. And I'm comfortable with it. I can have it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, whenever. The second thing is that these days I speak Nushi. I had to learn this because sometimes when you're out on the streets, people don't speak just perfect French or fluent French. They use Nushi words, and yeah, I had to learn a couple of these just so I can also be listening to some of the conversations and making sure that no one is talking about me without me knowing. I think my favorite Nushi word right now is papato. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, which translates to gossip. There are certain sounds that Ivorians make when they're speaking, and I definitely picked up a lot of this because sometimes when you're speaking in their Ivorian French, if you don't put these sounds, it just doesn't seem right, or the emphasis isn't enough. So we have words like chie, which shows surprise. Another word is so they add this at the end of the word. Like if you have to say something like c'est bon, it just doesn't sound good enough here. You have to say something like c'est bon. The other sounds that I have learned, and it can vary depending on what someone has asked you or what you want to say. So something like it actually just shows that you understood something that someone has said. I tend to use this most of the time when, let's say, somebody is speaking to me and I really didn't even understand what they said. I'll just say to show that I understood perfectly what they were talking about. The other one is so instead of just saying no, if someone asks you something, just say Another interesting one is So if someone does something, let's say it annoyed you and you don't want to talk, you just look at them and be like and yeah, they should get it. So out of these sound effects, I learned one that is just really a bad habit, by the way, and that, let me first try to do it. Something like that. The women here do it better. Before, I only thought that only Nigerians did it because I would see it in Nigerian movies. But then I came here and everybody does it. It can be rude. Sometimes I do it as a comical effect, but most of the time it's a rude way to respond to something. The third habit is my leisure activities. These days I'm so used to going to the marquee, especially on Fridays and on the weekend. I just like going there to chill there, eating the usual poisson attiqué and having a bottle of cold beer. And the other way I tend to chill out or just enjoy myself is by going to the beach, either near the sea or like near the lagoon. And something else that I didn't like before, and it took me a couple of years to get used to, is listening to Zulu music. And these days I can honestly say I really like Zulu music, and I can attribute this to the fact that my French has really improved and I can understand what these people are saying. Before, I used to feel like it was music for all people, but these days I can listen to Zulu and like really try to get the message and just enjoy myself. So big up to Zulu makers. Another music genre is Kupende Kale, and one of these days I'm going to make a playlist of my favorite Zulu music and Kupende Kale music. So if you'd like to see that, just hit me up in the comment section and I will do a playlist of these songs. The fourth habit is courtesy, and I've talked about this in my other video. Here in Abidjan, I've just gotten really accustomed to being how can I say, polite, just saying thank you to people. When I go, let's say, to the supermarket, I always greet the cashier when I'm paying for my things, and I tell them thank you and they give me change. Or greeting people even if I don't know them, but we're like in the public transportation. So it's just something you get used to, that if I was to go back to Nairobi and I greeted the cashier at the supermarket, it would sound a bit awkward. Maybe they wouldn't also be ready for it. And here, if I go without doing it, I'll really feel bad about myself. Fifth habit is I always make sure that I have spare change before I get into Woro Woro or Baka. This type of transportation, they don't usually allow you to get in if you don't have like small change or the exact money. So you can get yourself into a bit of trouble with the driver when you have like a huge bill and when you have to pay very little money. When I'm using the red taxi or taxi counter, I normally ask the driver if they have change, let's say for 10k or 5k, before I get in. So because if you get in and you've already negotiated the price and you have a huge bill and you reach your destination and they don't have change, it usually leads to unnecessary arguments that you don't even want. Okay guys, so that's it from this video. Before you go, please let me know, if you are a foreigner, which habit have you picked up in the country that you're living in? Talk to me in the comment section below. I would really love to know. If you're a foreigner living in Abidjan, also please let me know which habit you picked up. So until my next video, stay indoors, wash and sanitize your hands at all times. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video on your social media. I'll see you in my next video.